Morning, everyone. Morning. Hanging out with Adam Lally, smoking butts over here. Did you guys know Adam Lally smoked butts? I wonder if Mr. Lally is nervous. Mr. Lally, are you nervous about the federal indictments coming? The federal investigation into your office? Are you worried about that at all, sir? Mr. Lally, I didn't know you smoked. I didn't know he smoked. Not good for him. But federal indictments aren't good for you either. So we're just hanging out in Dedham, ripping butts with Adam Lally over here. There he is with the hair gel. It's Lunchbox. It's Lunchbox. Hi, how you doing?
I'm Caitlin.
Oh, nice to meet you, Caitlin. How you doing? Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure. Nice to meet you too. Yeah.
Can we selfie before?
Yeah, I'm live right now, but yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I'll see you in there.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right, what's up, guys? Oh, that was Adam Lally. He was just ripping butts in the parking lot. He's sitting there with his hair gel. So anyway, guys, I'm going to Dedham District Court right now. Tomorrow I'll be back to the bus stop lives, but have an announcement here for court. So I saw some people when we were pulling in here, parking at the courthouse step. Watch, they're going to try to charge. Oh, you asked Adam Lally a question. You can't do that. I asked him, what did I ask him? I'm like, are you worried about the federal indictments? I think that's a valid question. I would be if I was him. Jesus Christ. I've never been investigated by the FBI, so it's hard for me to relate to that. So, okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. They look worried at me. We'll see.
What are you expecting today?
What's up?
What are you expecting in there?
Oh, I have an announcement, actually. Hey, what's happening? What's happening, man? Boston Mike. Oh, nice to meet you, man. Pleasure. How are you, man?
Any better, man? That'd be you.
Was that?
Any better, that'd be you.
Yeah. I'm better now, I'll tell you that much.
I fucking hope so, man.
It was nice to drive by the jail on my way here. I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't have to go there. You know?
No blinking necessary, folks.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's nice, too? Not coming out of this fucking van right here.
Yeah, that's true. That's my usual entrance. What's up, guys? That's where I usually come in, but not today. Not today. I get to go in the front today. Hey, LTL.
Fucking citizen.
What's up, my dude? Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
All right. Here we go. Yeah, it's so nice to go in. I've never been in the front door of this courthouse. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Paul, nice to see you, pal. Pleasure. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Hey, what's happening? Nice to see you again. Nice to see you. Tom, CPU. Nice to see you, my dude. Hey. All right. Got a good crowd here. All right.
What's going on?
All right. How's it going? How are you?
Morning,
How are you?
Good, thank you. Good, thank you. So look it. Quick announcement. So on my way down here, I spoke with my attorney, Tim Bradle, who was contacted this morning by the DA's office, and they're filing something that's called a null pros. That's what they've told my lawyer, and it means they are not. They have a desire, basically, to. My understanding is not move forward any longer with these bogus A and B charges. That's what I'm being told. I don't think it's official yet, but for that reason, the hearing's actually canceled. But I decided I'm coming, so I got all dressed up for nothing. I got all dressed up for nothing. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's happened because it's bogus. It's all made up. The whole thing's made up, and they know it. This whole thing is nonsense. It's going to crumble. They just wanted to put me in jail for 60 days. They accomplished that. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even that bad. I mean, it's like it sucked. It sucked. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it. No, it sucked. It sucked. It blew. It blew. But, I got through it, and because I knew this day was coming. I knew that someday I was going to be out. They couldn't hold me in there forever. It was temporary. And their day's coming, too, because I don't know if you guys saw yesterday, Mr. David Yannetti had a very interesting tweet yesterday. Did you guys see that? So David Yannetti yesterday tweeted out a Teddy Roosevelt quote, "Man in the arena," that people have actually used. People have sent me that quote before. Teddy Roosevelt was a fighter, the most gangster president we ever had. did hikes in the jungles and discovered random rivers nobody ever found before, and then became president, got shot, kept giving a speech anyway during the middle of a speech in Milwaukee in 1900. And so now he uses that quote, and at the end, he added 3 sentences at the end. I don't know if you guys noticed that. The last one, of course, was "Justice is coming." Now, I don't own the phrase "justice is coming," but I certainly said it about a month ago. I said it when I was walking out that back door, and I yelled, "Justice is coming." So I don't know about you guys. But I think it's kind of it's a weird coincidence that Mr. Yannetti would choose to use that 3rd sentence in there at the end. And David Yannetti, as you guys know, is a very reserved attorney. He's kind of like the good cop, bad cop thing, and he's kind of the good cop on Karen's team. And, and for him to make a statement like that, he doesn't tweet very often. I don't know about you guys. The day before a hearing, that got me all excited. Seeing that. And I think a lot of other people do as well. And they don't strike me as the type to just put something out there if they're not going to deliver. And they know things that we don't about this investigation. And the bottom line is that they're not going to the federal government is not going to allow a Boston police officer to be murdered inside 34 Fairview Road and then thrown on the lawn like trash, and then have the institutions that were designed to protect and serve us cover that murder up and think that they can get away with it. They're not going to let it happen. It's like, I understand there's corruption, I get all that, but we don't live in a country where you just get to kill cops, throw them on the front lawn of your house, and then cover the whole thing up and frame some innocent woman. It's not going to happen. It's coming soon. Justice is coming. It's coming slower than we would have liked. We would have liked to see them in bracelets now, but it is coming, guys, and they know it too, and they're panicking. And that's why they wanted to put me in jail, because they knew that this is all bogus, but they're like, at least we could put him in there. He's the ringleader, and we'll put him in there for 60 days, and he'll shut up, and then everyone else will go home. But you didn't. You didn't go home. You just kept coming. You kept coming to the court dates on January 5th and then on January 18th, and you kept holding protests, and you came out for the Can't 9 and all this stuff. And the Can't 9, by the way, are those charges coming? No. I've never seen a clerk magistrate's hearing that they take almost 2 months to decide. It's been almost 2 months since they went in there, and they still haven't decided if 9 people standing on a public sidewalk in downtown Canton was a felony or not. They're still pondering that. They're like, wait a minute. They were standing on a sidewalk, but there's this guy named Chicken Parm Charlie with hurt feelings, and he's just he saw them. His eyes saw them, and that's a felony in this country now. You can't look at signs that you don't like if your name's Chicken Parm Charlie. So apparently, I don't know if it's going to go forward. I really think they're just waiting to see what happens. And when the charges eventually get dropped against Karen, which they're going to, right? She's not going to trial. There will not be a trial on March 12th, as much as entertaining as that would be, right? They're going to drop the charges with everything, including against me, hopefully, and that scumbag, Brian Tully. That piece of garbage I hate that guy. I hate that. That guy loves me. He's so obsessed with me, isn't he? I mean, I've never seen a fascination like that before. I wish he would just look into the Ford Edge, though. I'm begging him. Did you guys know? Oh, wait, I got tomorrow night in the live show, I got the entire interview with Brian Tully and Natalie. I got the whole audio. And did you know that he flew to California with the beard guy? His name's Nelson DeGaveo. He is... You guys ever see the beard guy that comes around with him now? His little buddy there? That's Ken Mello's private eye. So the PI for the special prosecutor, God knows how much he had to get paid to go there. They probably flew first class when they could have just talked to her on the phone or a Zoom, and they flew all the way out there to California to interview this person, and it is the most hilarious interview you're ever going to read. By the end, I felt bad for Tully for the first time at the end. Like, if you have to listen to Natalie talk, you're going to realize why Karen Reed didn't want to be your friend anymore after you hear this. It's one of the funniest things you're ever going to see. So, yeah, so if you guys are just tuning in now, if you just got here, I have been informed by my attorney on my way in here that the government intends to file what's called a null pros. I don't speak Latin, but it's my understanding that they're not moving forward anymore. But I don't think it's been official yet. Nothing's been dropped yet. But we're not having a hearing today because the government informed my attorneys that they intend to file a null pros for the charges when it pertains to assault and battery. Those charges were not indicted. We don't know if they tried to throw that in front of the grand jury and they rejected it or not. We don't know if perhaps they just used that as a vehicle, a completely made up lie to just revoke my bail for 60 days and toss me in jail in the hopes that this would all go away. We don't know what their intentions were. Whatever they weren't good, right? And the bottom line is the charges weren't going to stick anyway because it's made up. I'm 1,000% not guilty. Everybody knows that. And all of this is simply a distraction, nothing more than a distraction to get you to look at the bouncing ball over here. They want you to talk about Turtleboy. That's why they put in their stupid motion in their opposition last week. The whole thing was about me. I'm really not that important, I promise you, okay? I'm just a guy that goes on YouTube and craps on them and exposes them and whatnot. But I'm inconsequential to the actual murder. I wasn't in Canton on January 29th, 2022. Wasn't there. I didn't know Karen Reed. I didn't know John O'Keefe. I didn't know any of these people, right? But somehow they turned me into the central figure because they want you to focus on me. Because Turtleboy, bad. Him bad over there. Alan Jackson, talk to him. Alan Jackson, bad too. Karen Reed, talk to him. Karen Reed, bad too. Stop listening to these people. They're just working with this guy. That's what they want you to think. While they completely ignore the Ford Edge. Will they completely ignore the autopsy photos? Will they completely ignore the Google search? And we also got the interview, guys, with Jen McCabe. Wait till you hear that one. Wait till you hear the interview with Colin Albert. And there's another one. And there's more to my situation, too. It was a complete setup. She was in the bathroom the whole time talking to them while I was over there. It's crazy, man. This whole thing was nothing more than a setup to get the public to stop paying attention to the fact that a bunch of scumbags murdered John O'Keefe and then a bunch of corrupt cops like Michael Proctor and Yuri Buchanan and Brian Tully covered up the murder of one of their fellow officers and then framed a woman who they know damn well is innocent, and they're okay with that. They're okay with using the power and the trust that we've put into them and the mechanisms of the state to go after a woman they know is innocent because they want to protect their pals. They want to protect their pals, and they don't give a shit that John O'Keefe would never get justice if they were in charge because they don't care about murdered cops. Their whole thin blue line shit is bullshit. They don't give a fuck about murdered cops. They don't care about John O'Keefe at all. They disgrace his legacy every single day, and their day is coming. It is coming, and they are like drowning fish, throwing their arms up in the air, trying to put me in jail, trying to charge people like Janelle, trying to charge people like the Can't Nine, and it's not going anywhere. So today is, I've been out for 3 days now. I'm starting to feel like myself again, and it feels great to be out. Even holding a phone, doing a little things, driving a car. I can't tell you how awesome this is when you're, when you don't have it for 60 days. Try it sometime. Just deprive yourself of everything. And then go back to using it. It's like the best feeling in the world. But so I'm glad to be back, guys. I'm glad to be back. And today is the first day when we start to get justice back, when we start to make sure. I think this is a good sign, the null process. I'm sorry you had to come down here and there's no entertainment. There's no in there. But it's kind of a good thing because, one less problem. And then 5 hours. What was that? No, we don't know. It's not officially. So they're filing something called a null pros. Which means it's a desire to not move forward with the charges. So that's why this hearing has been canceled today. Yeah, so it's nothing is pen to paper. You never know with these shysters. Tomorrow they're like, psych, no, we're going to, I don't know. But the bottom line is they didn't want to go forward with the hearing today. I don't know if Ken Mello's alive or not, but, we'll see. Yeah. Yikes. Probably. Yeah.
About the Reed hearing today.
So the Reed hearing, it's my understanding that today they're going to be arguing they're not doing the motion to dismiss today. They're doing not the recusal for the disqualification, the sanctions, right? And I think that's what they're going to argue today. So I'm guessing, usually we find out in these court days that I think they're going to drop something today. I don't know if the charges are getting dropped today. Only the judge can drop the charges, right? And I'm not counting on Auntie Bev to come through in the clutch today. Exactly, it's not exactly reliable, but I am thinking that today that we're gonna learn something. They're gonna drop some bombs on us in there, and I don't know what it is. I'm excited. It's weird being out of the loop, being not knowing what I'm gonna find out at the same time you guys are today. What they have, and I think there's got to be something. Because you heard Yannetti on January 18th. He said that the feds cannot, in good conscience, let Karen Read go to trial. He would not say something like that if they couldn't back it up. So I'm excited about what's going to happen over there in 5 hours. We're going to go over there. I'll be there like an hour or so before, protesting when you find people on the steps of the courthouse or wherever they let us go. And we will be there in support of Karen Read and John O'Keefe and everybody else who has been wronged by this corrupt system that we hope to fix and we hope to get justice for. And a few months from now, guys, my next court date over there is April 23rd. And I thought about that today and how different everything can be for my next court date. All right. God willing, by April 23rd, Brian Tully will be arrested like the criminal that he is. And I would imagine it would be hard to move forward with charges against me that were filed by a cop who's been arrested and charged by the FBI with the most serious, charges that a police officer could ever really be charged with. And that's violating your oath and violating your trust with the public and covering up the murder of a police officer. So we'll see what happens then. All I know is I'm never going to be convicted of this stuff. It's never going to go forward because I'm 1,000% innocent and I can back up every single thing I said. And this is all just a way to get me jammed up and to shut me up. But didn't work. Still here. So, So thank everybody for coming. I appreciate it. We got a decent sized crowd here. All right. Nice to see you fine people. All right. But then I saw Adam L in the parking lot. Watch the beginning of this live stream. I talked to him at the beginning. Yeah, he's ripping butts over there. And he's got his hair gel. Yeah, he didn't look too good. I asked him questions. I hope I don't get indicted for that. I said, Mr. Lally, are you worried about the federal indictments coming down? Are you worried about the FBI investigation into your office? He just turned around and kept ripping his butts. And he's got his hair gel in and all that stuff. But we'll see what happens. So, do I think the courthouse will be closed today because of the information? I doubt it. I don't know. Is that a thing? I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't imagine they would close the courtroom. That seems weird in a murder. Like maybe. Anything's possible in this case.
Was your first show back on Saturday? Was that the biggest audience you've ever had?
Yeah, it is the biggest audience we had. We had like, 6,500? 6,500? I wanted 10, but I'll take 65. Not too shabby. First show back. It was... I almost forgot the script. Usually I get up there and I do my whole, I'm doctor and you can call me this and you can call me that. But it was just weird just getting back into it after not doing it for, 2 months. But it felt like myself again. It was a good day. It was a good time. And we'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to listen to the Natalie tape, parts of it, the Natalie interview. It's the funniest thing you're ever going to hear. Oh, I'll just give you a thing at the end. At the end, she goes to him at the end. She goes, and they ask her, so did you give Karen Read money? Yeah, I gave her $50, and then I gave Turtleboy $300, and I should have given it to babies with AIDS. She said, she says that. Oh my God, it's the funniest thing you're ever gonna hear. And then we're gonna talk about the bombshell I have coming about. Caitlin Albert was in the house. I have proof of that coming soon. So tune in tomorrow night at 9:00 for the new stuff. And God knows what we're going to find out today. I mean, every day is a new journey. 24 hours from now, this could be a completely different story. So,
do they discuss Natalie's immunity deal?
She doesn't, her immunity. Dude, immunity from what? What did you do? You copied and pasted text messages from one person to another. Wait till you read it, guys. It's basically, the whole thing is them asking her questions and her being like, Karen's mad at me. So here's what happened. So then Nick Rocco did this and Jenna Rocco did this. And then I was in this group chat and they wouldn't do it. And then and then it's like Tully, his comment is, you got the transcript. It's, And then he's like, so, do you have anything did Karen Read direct Turtleboy to commit witness intimidation? So back to the group chat I was in with the Roccos. And I told him to do this. You're going to laugh your ass off. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 9. I'm going to end the stream now. Stick around here for a little bit. But Again, if you just turned in, they told my lawyer they're filing a nolle pros, which is a desire to not move forward with the charges for assault and battery, because of course it never happened. And we'll see. Hopefully, I'll never step foot in this courthouse again. But I will be in that courthouse across the street today at 2 o'clock, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.